You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Since you're new to H&R Block, we'll look at your returns from the last 3 years for any money your last guy might have missed for free.
I could get money back from last year?
You could. We'll find any mistakes.
Could have really used that 2 years ago when I dated that mistake for 5 months.
Don't leave money on the table. Switch to H&R Block and get a free second look review. Second look is included at no additional cost with the purchase of tax preparation. Results vary. All tax situations are different. Fees apply if you have us file an amended return.
We didn't talk at all about the fight this weekend. We have to do that. And we also have to, before JuJu comes in here, Billy, what's going on with March Sadness? It is the start of March. I am a little afraid about how little we have talked about what we're doing for March Sadness. What can you tell the people about what we're doing? Because I don't know anything about what you've been planning or why it is you need a vacation.
So March Sadness is fast approaching. We're like 2 weeks away from Selection Sunday, and we said, you know what? Last year, we're going to be honest, people didn't like what we did for March Sadness, which is fine. That's fine. So we wanted to kind of reach out and give back to the fans and encourage some fan interacting. We have the Boost mobile line that we've been doing, but that's, once a week. That's not enough. So we said, you know what would be a great prize? Open it up, yeah. If we open this up and we had a prize where someone could watch the game with Dan. Wouldn't that be exciting, Dan? We can have a fan watch the game with you. No, not even. Not even $37. Not even. Free? Yeah, free. Just go to LebatardAF.com, and we're going to have a situation where we're going to pick 64 fans this year. You're going to submit a video. You're going to get a prompt. The prompt is going to tell you what this video is supposed to be about. When you go to Lebatard AF, you'll see it right there. It's going to say March Sadness, fan versus fan tournament. And what we're going to do is unify our audience by pitting them against each other. So they're going to have videos. They're going to be asked a question. They're going to answer said question. And then fans are going to vote for the fan that they like, bracket style. They're going to keep moving on round by round. And the winner is going to get a very nice prize, including watching the game with one Dan Lebatard, which is very exciting. And I'm not telling you which Dan Lebatard, but one Dan Lebatard is going to watch the game with said fan. So act now, because here's the thing.
Stunt Dan. At the end, we're going to do
with Danny
it's going to be a bait and switch where all of a sudden hey, all we told you is that you got to watch the game with one Dan Lebatard, and it would be Stunt Dan, Danny Benitez.
And maybe more. Maybe more people will be involved in that situation. Who knows? Maybe there'll be like I can't give away too much information.
Johnny will be there too?
In honesty, I can't give you too much information because I found out there are so many legal hurdles that go into having contests, and lawyers have really been holding this thing up.
Right, so basically what this is you can watch the game with me. We're encouraging the audience to be competitive about getting to spend a night with me.
Well, don't phrase it that way, because legally I don't know what's going on, and that's exactly right. Thank you, Greg. He gets it.
Whatever.
Here's the thing. Just go online, LebatardAF.com. Look for the thing. Start submitting your videos why you should be one of these people. They'll give you the question, answer the question. There's only going to be 64, and if I've learned anything, it's probably going to be the first 64 that we get, because there's going to be a lot. So act now and submit, because if we start getting into like the 400s, good chance we're not going to see your video. So get in there very quickly to make sure that we watch your video, because if not,
get in there very well with quality content, because
or annoy Dan. Be really annoying, and maybe fans will vote for you. So Dan has to watch the game with you because you're really annoying.
Yeah, let's do
whatever it is that you want to do.
That's a good strategy.
But also try to be one of the first 64, because if it's after 64 again, there's a good chance if we put Taylor in charge of this, we're not even going to see the video.
Okay, excellent work, JuJu. It is nice to see you, and I want to get to a number of things with you, but the first thing that I want to get together with you on is the fight from the weekend, because a whole lot of people were yelling and screaming.
The Elimination Chamber, JuJu. Seth Rollins, after elimination, decides to curb stomp CM Punk, and then, kind of weird, maybe some tea leaves there for a sign of things to come. John Cena does not show any hesitance, straps in the STFU, chokes out CM Punk, punches his ticket to WrestleMania. You think you got babyface versus babyface after a warm embrace, after Cody Rhodes says, Rock, go F yourself, but he doesn't say F. He actually says the word, and then daggers for eyes. As soon as The Rock throws a little throat slice across his throat, kick in the nuts. So your reaction, JuJu
Tank
Gotti.
Davis is what I was talking about. Tank Davis is what I was talking about.
Also, Travis Scott, you got to learn how to pull your punches a bit. He punched Cody Rhodes so hard, like, geez, learn the game.
Burning Sage, though, in the corner is a great heel move. Yeah. I like that for him. This is all setting up a potential triple threat in which Bad Bunny comes to the aid. Wow. Maybe a sort of pseudo-Latin coalition with Cody Rhodes.
Hell yeah, but with the other fight that happened as well, Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Man, what a sham, bro. Lamont Roach got screwed over, man. Tank Davis was he took a knee mid-fight. Usually in every other situation and circumstance, that's counted as a knockdown. He got to take a knee and say, "Oh, yeah, my hairstylist put too much grease in my hair." Time out.
Come on. Time out.
Right?
What are we doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing? First of all, why would you blame sis? She at the house watching the fight, and she probably did. I wish you would. What's the meme from the Tim Robinson show? Like, what the hell? Like, you blaming me for this? Like, that was so bush league. I think Lamont got screwed on that one.
Doesn't everyone think that? Like, I've rarely seen consensus, even though we can have many subjective things in boxing. It's one of the sports most contaminated by accusations of fix because judging can be subjective. There didn't seem to be any argument on this one. It was just everyone in agreement. What's that? That's not boxing. That's different than any. That's not the way the rules work. You don't just protect this person.
It's weird too,
right.
and that's why we look at stuff with the UFC, and it's like even there's a couple of things, an eye poke here, a nut shot there, where it's like, oh, wait a second, something was up. But in boxing, it feels like this happens very, very, very often.
Hell yeah, man. And like everything that Tank threw at Lamont, he had a counter for it the entire fight. Maybe the first couple of rounds, Lamont was filling them out, which Tank usually does. But around the 7 through 12, Lamont was clearly the better man in that fight. And I think it does a disservice to the game of boxing, the sport of boxing, when you let results like that come about.
Did the audience have any issue with Peter Rosenberg being our Oscars expert instead of David Sampson and Adnan Virk? They both wanted to be our Oscars experts, and for some reason, instead, we went Greg Cote and Peter Rosenberg.
Damn right.
Now, the audience loved it, man. You know, I think the audience tuned in to David Sampson and Adnan's broadcast last night, which is still available online. Go check it out on YouTube if you missed the fellas. But, yeah, I think Mike was definitely right, bro. Like, Adrian Brody, build a bridge and get over your damn self. Like, sir, you don't tell the music man to stop. I've been here before, and then go on with 2 more minutes of boringness. Like, you, sir, are the Joker of the Oscars. Alongside, I think her name was Clement Ducot and Camille for singing the last 20 seconds of their Oscars acceptance speech. Like, salute, sis. Congratulations. But sis, come on. Let's get off the stage. I think a couple other good moments was when the fire chief had the Joker Part 2 joke. That made me, you know what I mean, pretty much laugh like hell. There's a lot of great moments for the Oscars. I think you gotta just stay patient with them, man.
I'm with you on Adrian Brody being the Joker of the week, Juju. It was annoying to me to see all of the other filmmakers get played off the stage, and then he was like, I'm actually the best actor, so I'm very important, and I can tell the band to stop. And then they did, and I was like, no!
Terrible. They should have gone louder.
Yeah. That would have been
great. Right. Justice for the Dune 2 producer who got cut off by the music and respected it. Justice for him. You feel me? Salute.
I have not seen any of the reaction. I mentioned earlier in the show that Conan, as a comedic, like really a person that I've admired over 30 years, how he keeps reinventing himself. The reports before this appearance, where he's trying to make the Oscars matter again, he's 61 and he's had a really tough couple of months. In December, his parents, who were in their 90s, died 3 days apart in his childhood home in Massachusetts. Not long after the double funeral, just as he was settling back in Los Angeles to work on the Oscars, the fire started there and his home was evacuated. When his wife called to ask what to save, his only thought was of a 1980 letter from the author and essayist E.B. White. O'Brien had written to him as a teenage fan, and he wrote me back a really sweet letter, O'Brien said, so I just said, grab that, and if the rest goes, it still goes. He's living in a hotel where he's put the letter on a wall. Did people receive Conan O'Brien well yesterday? Because what he's been for 30 years is just exceedingly likable.
Yeah, I think he was the bright spot of the show. Like Jessica said, when he was like, we're not wasting time while wasting time. And a lot of his transitions felt like just like the old Conan O'Brien show, just great to watch. You feel me?
Yeah, I think everyone liked Conan.
Juju, what would you tell us about the verdict from the audience on whether or not journalistically I should be doing the Panthers drum tonight? Greg Cote, last thoughts on this, Greg, because I have not decided what to do. I do have 2 tickets. Greg is still arguing with his son. Greg is saying if he gets the 2 good tickets, he'll go. If he gets the 2 other tickets, he will not go.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're part of Dan's 4, you're getting good tickets.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
I thought those were the tickets we're giving away if I go, but your last thoughts on this are what?
I mean, if I'm getting a smoky old-fashioned and maybe knock back a couple of those, I'll go. I don't think you should do the drum banging, though. I think you'd say you will and then not do it and leave the Panthers hanging for not giving you a suite.
Enjoy all the spoils whilst being in the most exclusive suite that they have.
Right on.
And not actually do the thing that got you access to the suite.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's possible. If you show up late, they're not going to not start the game because you're late, but they're not going to take your tickets away.
It's another thing, Dan. You have to show up before the game. That's when this thing happens.
Yeah, don't
you can't show up late.
No Cuban time.
You do have kind of a tendency, yeah.
Traffic will make this very hard to arrive on time. You guys know this is a 2-hour trip.
What time did they tell you?
You're leaving now, right? You should be leaving right now. Yeah.
When did they say the game was?
This is an honor. This is an honor.
Ooh, you should have left probably a half hour ago.
Not everything is fun in games.
You should send an impersonator.
This is a true honor.
Danny Benitez.
Right.
Yeah. Either that or an AI-generated hologram of Dan Le Batard.
You really
banging a drum.
should send Danny Benitez today and see what the Panthers' reaction is because,
But with Valerie.
A lot, yes. Because a lot of these things, you're not going to see the person that actually invited you, right? They hand this off to a handler. The handler hands that off to a handler. So, you're dealing with, third and fourth parties in a lot of these instances. If Danny Benitez showed up and he's like, "Hi, I'm Dan Le Batard. I'm here to bang the drum," they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, come in. Oh, yeah, it's 2 minutes from now. Come on, we're going to rush you through the bowels of the arena." And they put you on a golf cart. There's always golf carts down there. Put you in a golf cart, and they usher you away. And then, boom, Danny Benitez is, "Vamos, gatos." Boom, 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 boom. And then up at the suite with Greg.
I think any tomfoolery that you might pull off tonight might have my credentials stripped. So,
whoa!
It's not about you, Roy. This
is about me. I'm coming to the damn team.
This is not the spirit. Look, this is not the spirit. Juju, this is not the spirit of the thing. Do you see what is happening here? I would like to make a mockery of this honor. If I do, I'm going to cost us the relationship with the Panthers.
Dan, you are my brother, and I love you. If anybody ever touch a hair on your head, I'm at them instantly. But who the hell do you think you are, sir? When the Stanley Cup champions asked you to bang the drum, you bang the damn drum with a smile on your face, sir. This is an honor. You threw journalism out 2 miles ago, sir. They have revoked your journalism card, severance style. Newsflash, we done platform some jokers up here. You, sir, need to put a smile. I don't give a damn if they give you 1 ticket. You go get that 1 ticket and smile because these are the champions and they thinking of you in these moments. What in the heck am I hearing, sir?
Wow. That was a great speech. If it was a speech, what would you call what you just said?
Best
it was
dismissal.
A soliloquy. It was wonderful.
Well, but you come out on the
wrong,
argue with him. Okay, well, argue with him then. Don't give him. That's a great speech, but it goes contrary to everything I've said for 4 hours.
No, you negate yourself as a former journalist. Even retroactively, we strip you of all integrity if you bang the drum tonight. I've said that. I've made myself clear. But if you're going to agree to bang the drum, at least have them give you a damn suite so that you don't have to charge your friends to go watch you bang a drum. The whole thing takes about 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Jack Nicklaus barely touched the skin of that drum. You got to really bang it. You got to beat it like Michael Jackson.
What?
I think integrity was out the window around Richard Simmons' costume. I feel like here we are, sir. We're in 2025.
That's a point.
Poll question updates, please. I don't know what I'm
what costume are you wearing for this?
I don't know that I'm going to do it. Cuban Born is the costume I'm wearing,
there you go.
evidently.
Right. Oh, they got a jersey provided for you, so.
A jersey?
So JuJu Watkins, salute to JuJu Watkins going crazy against UCLA this weekend, dropping a 30 ball on their heads. Neither here nor there.
No, it's here. UCLA looked bad, JuJu.
It's here and there.
Right?
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Is a part 2 ever Oscar worthy? 52% of the audience says no, it is not. Dang. Is Thunderball sharks with lasers on their heads? 76% of the audience says yes, it is.
You guys were really disrespectful to the 007
Incredibly
franchise.
disrespectful.
You know,
He sacrificed himself for his kid.
What?
The
We're
Dark
all
Knight.
fans of 007.
Yeah,
we want it.
just not Daniel Craig.
We want to see it do well.
I'm done.
sound like
This
it.
is
It
like the
has done
second 007 tribute that they've done in the last 11 years. One was for the 50th anniversary, and the other one is, well, we've sold it to Prime.
Is it rude to speculate on another man's tummy? 78% of the audience says yes, it is very rude.
Jessica,
Sorry,
speaking
Billy.
the truths around here. Yes.
Rude boy.
Is your spouse lying if they say that you are their best friend?
This is amazing. I couldn't believe this.
61% of the audience says yes, they are lying. You're not the best friend.
It's always a great lie.
Yeah.
Never hurt anybody. Of course you're my best friend.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. Would your dog eat you if you died? Sheesh. Too soon. Rest in peace to Angie Stone, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
Out of here.
Rest in power.
59% of the audience says yes, their dog would eat them if they died. Dang it.
Should be higher than that.
It's so sad.
I'm no health expert, but people seem sicker. 86% of the audience says yes.
Almost like there's a pandemic. It's weird.
And those are the polls.